Hey everybody, welcome to Michigan Out of Doors and Happy New Year. We're really excited to join you in 2019, bring you some new stories. And when we do 52 episodes a year, Jenny, there's always some that kind of stand out. So on this week's show, we want to bring you some of our favorites from 2018. And I think my favorite was probably opening day, State Land, Northern Michigan. My dad and I kind of stumbled into a buck. I tell you what, it was a really fun hunt.
That was a great time out there with family. And speaking of family, couple of Jordan's favorite memories from 2018 were with his family. He was turkey hunting with his wife, Angela, and then deer hunting with his brother, Kevin. A couple of great stories. You won't want to miss those. And my favorite story that sticks out to me from 2018 was bow fishing Saginaw Bay. We've got a great show in store for you this week. Make sure you stay tuned. I'm Jenny Olson-Silik.
And I'm Jimmy Gretzinger. It's time for Michigan Out of Doors.
From the first spring rains to the soft summer breeze, dancing on the pine forest floor, the autumn colors catch your eyes. Here come the crystal winter skies. It's Michigan, Michigan out of doors.
What a beautiful day in the woods.
Someday our children all will see this is their finest legacy, the wonder and the love of Michigan. As the wind comes whispering through the trees, the sweet smell of nature's in the air. From the Great Lakes to the quiet stream, shining like a sportsman's dream, it's a love of Michigan we all share.
Michigan Out of Doors is presented by Country Smokehouse, a sportsman's destination since 1988. Featuring varieties of homemade sausage, jerky, brats, and gourmet entrees. Holiday gift boxes can be assembled in-store or online. Details at countrysmokehouse.com. By Discount Door Company, featuring residential and commercial garage doors, door styles, and build-your-own design tool available at discountdoorsgr.com. Discount Door Company, serving West Michigan and the Grand Rapids area for over 25 years. By Hemisphere Design Works, a Muskegon manufacturer of sportsman's outdoor products for over 30 years, featuring the Terrain line of hard-sided hunting blinds designed for quick setup and removal with quiet operation. For more information and other products, hemispheredesignworks.com.
Soaking in the rich tradition of Michigan hunting for over 30 years. Vanguard is proud to sponsor our friends at Michigan Out of Doors TV.
Right now it's not quite spawning time. Water temp's got to get up a little bit more for that. But they're just in shallows right now, just hanging out, getting ready for that. We're within 10 degrees of where they really want to start spawning and stuff. So it's getting to be prime time, but not quite there. Another week or two, we should be right in it. So,
as darkness set in, the guys started seeing some fish activity.
there's a koi. Oh, got him, Mike. Nice shot. There you go.
Awesome.
So yeah, we are out here targeting mainly carp, gar, goldfish, and dogfish, quillback, and catfish if we run across them. But fish identification is pretty key. Obviously you don't want to be out here shooting bass. We've seen some walleye, a lot of pike. Those are not legal to bowfish for. You got to take those by hook and line.
Out here on the water, chasing fish with bows, there's plenty of room for error. But with 4 guys, someone's usually there to back you up.
Oh, my arrow. Stuck him, Danny. Nice shot. And that also happened.
Good deal.
We don't eat them. Some guys do. We have a local farmer that takes them as manure. We throw them in his compost pile, and he spreads them throughout his fields year-round. He's been really happy to work with us on that kind of stuff. There is a proper way to dispose of them. Bowfishing community's sort of gotten a bad rap lately. Been a couple bad apples out there that just toss them in the ditch bank or leave them at the dock or something like that. That's not by any means what we do with them. We more than responsible enough with our fish and make sure they get put to good use. So the carp, you can get into, an average pound on them is probably going to be 12, 15 pounds, but they get up to 30, 35. So there's a chance. We seen a big one last night that we couldn't get an arrow into, but we're hoping we can track him down tonight. So.
While some folks choose to eat carp and some use them as a nutrient-rich fertilizer, they offer a great opportunity to hone your archery skills for fall.
Common carp are an invasive species. They eat all the eggs of the our game fish, perch, walleye, pike, and basically
Don't have any real predators.
there's no real predators on them, but they can come in and just completely demolish a fish hatchery. I mean, we could come out here every day during the summertime and still not put an impact on the population of these things. We're just trying to basically do our part to help the game fish.
Bow fishing for carp helps build other fish populations and is a great social sport.
It's fun. It's just relaxing. You know, you go deer hunting. Same reason I like waterfowl hunting. You go deer hunting or something like that. It's fun and everything, but you got to be quiet. Got to worry about your scent. You know, can't move around. This, you can go out with a couple buddies, have a good time, listen to some music, and you get to shoot more than once. So it's always a fun time. So we've been going on this. I think this is our 3rd year doing this. So we're by no means experts, but we are getting better every trip. But we're always trying out some new spots. And this is only our 2nd time at this location. We had a little bit of a tip yesterday. Came out, scouted it, shot really good. Came back, and it's looking like it's going to be a pretty good barrel so far. So looking forward to the end of the night.
Do you guys try to fill that barrel up when you come?
We try to.
Yes, we can. Yep.
These guys were on their way to filling up the 110-gallon barrel on board, and they were pulling off some great shots. But there's also a lot of missing that happens out here, too. Take a look.
Oh, just underneath them. Right over top. Oh, I missed.
No.
I missed. Oh no.
Bow fishing is a lot of laughs for sure, and Mike says there's places to bow fish all around the state.
We're going off a public access launch. Like I said, on one of the Great Lakes. We've gone all the way down to Lake St. Clair, Saginaw Bay. A lot of tournaments all over the place. We were in Standish last weekend. Tonight we're in the Thumb. A lot of the waters that we're going to be in is going to be 4 foot or less. All depends on what your boat can really get into. But 4 foot or less, pretty common, and you do a lot of times just troll the shoreline, get up into some of the channels and cuts. You find a little pocket here and there, those fish will get fed up in there and held up. But not like you got to have a secret honey hole or you got to be out there 30 foot of water chasing walleye or anything. It's right on shore. That's why I say you don't even really need a boat. A lot of guys will throw on waders and go out there and wade and do it. So it's very doable without, big boats or anything. So.
Cool.
Yeah, that's
So this is a long nose gar.
Yep.
Nice shot. That's a skinny fish to hit.
Yep.
Sweet.
Not much bigger than the arrow.
Good job.
Thank you.
Bow Fishing Association of Michigan has an event coming up, as Mike explained.
BAM for short. And they hold numerous tournaments throughout the state. They had one down on Lake St. Clair, one on the west side of the state. Standish last weekend, Sebring coming up, Fletcher's Pond, and Point Moulet. And on June 9th, they're actually doing a really neat event. It's free to the kids, but they're doing a kids fishing tournament. Anyone that has a boat or is in the sport or anything like that, I'd highly suggest reaching out to BAM. They're always looking for guys to take kids out. It's a good event to get out there, watch some kids, get them into the sport, watch them have fun.
I was even able to put down the camera and stick a couple of carp too.
It's a riot.
It is.
Thanks for
It
bringing
is.
me out here, guys.
You betcha.
Sweet. I'm adding to the barrel.
Yes.
Special thanks to Mike Brown and the guys for an awesome night on the water. Chasing carp with a bow and arrow can be as simple or as complex as you want to make it. But no matter how you choose to do it, bow fishing is a great way to battle with some fish and hone your archery skills this summer, right here in Michigan's Out of Doors.
Well, everybody, we made it to deer camp. We're here in northern Michigan, just outside the Pigeon River State Forest. The closest town is Wolverine. Indian River's not too far away, and this is the cabin that I grew up hunting in. We just arrived, getting trucks unpacked, and Gonna try to get out and check a couple blinds here before it gets dark. Some of the guys have been up here for a few days scouting, so it is good to be in northern Michigan, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow. We've got a lot of snow up here. Coming from the west side of the state, there wasn't much, but gosh, there's got to be 6-8 inches at least in the woods. There's 3 or 4 hanging on the pines right now, so we're gonna get in the woods and get after it. Can't wait to see what tomorrow brings. Getting back to the cabin you grew up in, well, it's always special, for many reasons. Of course, the memories are thick in the air, and hunts are told and retold every season. The years are marked by photos on the wall, and it's hard not to walk past them and reminisce on those old hunts. Of course, the old photos, they are the best, like this one of me at age 11. It's fun to think back how in those days it was my dad that took me to the woods. And in some small ways, those roles are starting to shift. But however you look at it, we better not waste any chances to again take to the woods opening day.
Well, happy opener, everyone out there. I'm on state land here in northern Michigan, in the Pigeon River State Forest. And boy, it's just a perfect morning. Cold, it's 15 degrees, no wind, and I'm hunting in a spot that we don't get to scout it like we used to years ago. Guys have been up here several times a fall, but this has been traditionally a pretty good spot. Thought I'd roll the dice up here on state land. I finally saw some deer here on state land. I'm just leaning against a tree, sitting right on the ground. But they came from the direction that I heard that grunt earlier this morning. So I'm going to keep my eyes peeled back there, because maybe that buck, if that was the doe he was running around. Well, I think my dad just shot. Wow, it is a beautiful morning. And I'm hoping that was my dad. I don't know if you could hear it on the camera or not. I'll give him a minute or so and then I'll head down there. But, well, opening morning on state land, you never know what's going to happen, but gun went off, there's deer moving. It's a beautiful 15th so far. What happened?
Well, I was
Sitting there, over here.
I was coming across this way here, and I'd just seen 3 deers come through there, and then I saw this other guy.
So the buck was following a couple does?
No, he was just following
Them, okay.
Yeah, and then he was.
How far of a shot? I haven't seen him yet. 50 yards or so?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, let's go take a peek at him, young man.
Well, let's do that.
Dad had a stroke a couple years back and can't quite communicate as good as he used to, but darn it, that old timer still can't shoot a buck. I got blood here. Oh my word. Let's see here. Oh my word, there he is down there. I can see the rack from here. Good grief. You gotta be, and I debated whether I should just sit with him or not this morning, because we saw a lot of sign in here, a lot of scratchings and whatnot, but I didn't want him to, he kind of wanted to sit on his own, which I get, but I never thought in a million years one would come down through this opening. Wow. Yeah, I bet that was about a 50-yard shot, and it looks like a nice, I'm guessing 8-point. Boy, I can't believe you did it, young man. Nice job. Oh, let's go take a peek at it. That's awesome. Look at that blood. Nice job. You did great. All right, lead me to him, young man. I see him. I can see his rack from here.
Well, you can see all
Oh, nice blood, yeah. I guess I should have sat with you.
Yeah.
Oh, Dad. That's a dandy. Holy cow. What a nice buck. Jeez. Way to go, young man. Oh, what a nice buck. Holy cow, steak gland. Nice big 8. You gotta be kidding me. So he was following some does, eh?
No, he was just,
Oh, just about, he came through later, did he?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow. Congratulations. That is one heck of a deer. Well, it was quite a morning here on state land in Sheboygan County. My dad had made a good shot, and I was happy to gut his deer for him. State land was all we knew growing up, and over the years, some spots still produce, like here today. With the snow, we could find fresh sign. The acorns, well, that's what did this buck in today. The morning couldn't have been nicer, and with all day ahead of us, we started to drag out. It was one, well, I won't soon forget. Back at camp, the jaws all dropped when we rolled in with a nice 8-point on opening morning.
My wife Angela and I try to spend at least a few days turkey hunting together every year, but things were a little different this year with a 6-week-old newborn at home. Our time to hunt together was pretty limited, so when we finally did get the chance to go, we were hopeful it would all work out. We had several birds responding off of the roost, and after a little back and forth, we had a nice Tom working his way in.
Keep an eye on him.
I think it might have been a little low, but I think I got him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was moving, so.
He flew up over that hill, but he went straight down. So
Yeah, for sure.
I'm hoping he's right up over there.
He was just acting nervous. I don't think he was gonna come in.
No, he's acting kind of goofy. Plan B worked this morning.
Yeah.
Not what we were thinking, but.
No, that's all right though. I know, because then that bird started gobbling, but he came in and he read the script, so that's all right. He wasn't gonna come in any further though, so that's a good thing.
Once he gobbled there, it's like he's trying to pull the decoys towards him, and once we didn't make a move.
No, he gave us a little bit of show, so that was good, but I think I might have hit him a little low, but still, kill shot, got him. Actually set up a little differently than we had planned on because we did not hear a bird over in the field. We were hoping to get in, and they were just gobbling like crazy over here. So it got set up really quick. Took a little bit for them to come in. They were definitely with some hens, and it was a group of a couple times, but this one just couldn't resist and read the script and came in. He got a little nervous, so we decided to pull the trigger a little earlier. We were hoping he'd come in and give us a little bit more of a show, but beautiful bird. Really grateful for just friends that let us come out here and hunt their property, and for babysitter. So a huge shout out to Sam and Jake Smith for letting us hunt and let me harvest this bird, and to Emily for getting up at 5 a.m. to come and babysit Hadley for us. Not gonna get many mornings out now, so definitely was extremely blessed that this was able to happen on a beautiful Michigan morning.
It was another incredible turkey season here in Michigan, both in front of and behind the camera, with some very memorable hunts along the way. With this year's turkey season officially in the books, I'm already looking forward to next April and the start of another season. After watching this buck for about 5 minutes, Kevin decided that if he had an opportunity, he was going to take the shot. And right on cue, the buck turned and started heading towards the food plot.
Right there. People right there. What just happened? It's still so early. I'm so nervous. First morning in Michigan. I haven't been in the state for 24 hours. We were just talking off camera, just a lot to weigh in that decision. I know that there's a number of shooters back here, but I have 3 days to hunt this week, and might be my only really 3 good chances. Or 3 good days during bow season, and I love to bow hunt, and I love Michigan. So, all things considered, I think it was a good opportunity, and I took it. Let's go.
Well, it's about 8:30. Just videotape my brother shoot a nice little 8 point here. Pretty cool. Lives down in Tennessee. Drove up here just to hunt for 3 days, and didn't have a ton of time to get it done. And 8:30 the very first morning, and that buck didn't run 50 yards, so too cool. Nice to get the clock a little time in the tree with him, although I might have to put him to work behind the camera now so we can spend a little more time together. But what an awesome way to start the week. That was too cool.
Wow, it's cool. Fourth buck with a bow, so starting to get some tread on these tires. Well, pretty hard to believe that we're already sitting behind a deer this morning. It's probably 9:30. It's crazy. It's it's just a beautiful deer, and I honestly don't know what to say. Our stand's probably 60 yards from where we're sitting, and he maybe ran 50. So the blood trail was just insane. To have it on film with my brother and just have it be a perfect shot and a beautiful morning. I'm kind of overwhelmed right now. Certainly not the biggest buck in the forest, but he still means a lot to me, and just the experience itself means a heck of a lot. So I'm just thankful and really happy. This is awesome.
Kevin and I grew up hunting together, and although we don't spend near as much time in the timber as we used to, I still look forward to spending at least a couple hours in the tree with him every year. With only a couple of days to hunt this year, it was nice to see him fill a tag on his very first morning here in Michigan.
Thanks for joining us this week for Michigan Out of Doors. Again, Happy New Year. And here in 2019, we've already got some fun adventures in store for you.
That's right. On next week's show, we're going to chase something big and something small. We're going to do a little elk hunting in northern Michigan and then some perch fishing on the west side of the Lower Peninsula. Lots of good stuff coming over the next several weeks. If we don't see you in the woods or on the water, hopefully we'll see you right back here next week on your PBS station.
Michigan Out of Doors is presented by Greenstone Farm Credit Services, making recreational land ownership possible across Michigan and northeast Wisconsin. Begin your land financing journey at one of Greenstone's 37 locations or greenstonefcs.com. By AnglerQuest Pontoons, a mid-Michigan company building boats for fishermen by fishermen. AnglerQuest pontoons are designed for comfort and functionality. On the web at anglerquestpontoons.com. By Jay's Sporting Goods, with locations in Clare and Gaylord. Jay's has been serving the Michigan outdoor enthusiast since 1971, with a wide variety of outdoor products. The gear, the knowledge, the tradition of Jay's. On the web at jaysportinggoods.com. By Showspan, producing consumer shows including the Ultimate Fishing Show Detroit, January 10th through the 13th at Novi Suburban Collection Showplace. The show features fishing tackle, trips, boats, and seminars from top pros. The Ultimate Fishing Show, Novi, January 10th through the 13th. Closed captioning provided by Marvo Mineral, makers of Lucky Buck, deer management products including minerals to supplement deer diets year-round to improve health and antler growth.
When I wander far away, a dream stays with me night and day. It's the road that leads to my home state. I am a Michigan man. Changing seasons paint the scene like rainbow trout in a hidden stream. The white-tailed deer in the tall pine trees. I am a Michigan man.